Chinemasta Bhavani Chinemasta Bhavani.
Sakreswari Chinnamasta Bhagavati is one of the famous Shaktipeeth in Nepal, located in Chinnamasta Village Development Committee, Saptari.
Jai 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 Chinnamasta Bhavani. Jai 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 Chinnamasta Bhavani. Ahas Kali Rudrani. Mansa Pura Karachi Asha Pura Rani.
It is 10 km from Rajbiraj in south direction in eastern Nepal and very close to India border. Research done by historian Harikant Lal Das states that once Sakra Singh, king of Simrangarh from Kannada dynasty, felt pressure from his kith and kin and shifted to the place Sakra, deep forest area in those days, after making his son Kumar Hari Singh Dev as king of Simrangarh. Sakra Singh got a dream in which deity, that is Bhagavati, said there is a Trishul shaped 3 spears and idol nearby your staying place. Worship it and you get better. He found it by a big body of water and worship. At the end of 11th century, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq of Delhi attacked upon Sakra Singh in Sakra area and damaged temple, broke the idols and threw them. It is imagined that area turned into forest again. Sakra became inhabitant of people again after capturing the eastern Tarai area by Makwani king's dynasty. Vitawal family Pakrels started worshipping the goddess as Kuldevi and made a shed of tin upon it as a roof. In the earthquake of 1990, the temple damaged again. Chunilal Thakur from a Maithili Brahmin family of Sakra area constructed the temple again as before. In BS 2048, contemporary Indian Railway Minister of India, Mr. Lalit Narayan Misra, being influenced by the grace of Sakreswari, helped in construction of making pagoda-style temple having veranda on 4 sides, a dharmashala nearby. It could not complete because of Lalit Narayan Misra's assassination. Afterwards, Ramnath Chaudhary from the Sakra village responded to build dharmashala temporarily. Late King Virendra visited the place in BS 2047 while he was in a visit of Eastern Development Region and donated 5 lakh rupees for the repairment and construction of temple. The temple started rebuilding again in pagoda style under the instruction of Zonal Commissioner Surya Bahadur Sen Oli and sweet supervision initiation of Satyanarayan Yadav and Avinash Pakurel.
Sakra Singh, the 5th ruler of this dynasty, renounced the throne and took up residence in Saptari. He established temple at village in the district dedicated to the goddess whom his dynasty worshipped. The presiding deity of this temple goes by the name of Sakreswari, a distorted form of Sakreswari. Goddess Sakreswari has no head. This is the reason Goddess Sakreswari later became famous as Goddess Chinnamasta. Bloodshed during sacrifices draws no flag. It is something wonder. This temple is very famous among the devotees of India and Nepal and is a palace of great tourist attraction.
Black colored idol of the temples. Head of the buffalo can be clearly seen under the foot of main goddess. Vairavi Mardan's statue are there on both sides of main goddess as Pishadis of the temple Mahakant Thakur said.
जो ये डबल पीठ है, सिद्ध पीठ और एवं महाशक्ति पीठ। सिद्ध पीठ महिषासुर मर्दनी, महिषासुर को जब दुर्गा जी वध किए, उसके बाद में प्रथम भक्त महिषासुर हुए और माता आकाश पाताल के बीच से माता चलने लगे। तो आते आते यहाँ मणिद्वीप होने के कारण यहाँ माता को यहाँ तान लिए। माता यहीं रह गए, संपूर्ण देवता लोग आए, पूजा पाठ किए। राजा इंद्र के उपस्थिति में सब देवता लोग माता का आराधना किए। दुर्गा सप्तशती के चतुर्थ अध्याय में है सक्रादि स्तुति। वे करके फिर माता से वरदान लेकर सारा देवता लोग चले गए। उसके बाद में माता यहाँ वास करने लगे। उसके बाद में राजा शक्र सिंह नाम का राजा यहाँ आए। उस समय में घना-घोर जंगल था। उसको आकाशवाणी था राजा को, जो तुम ये अपना इष्ट देवता का खंजर लेकर जाओ, तुम्हारे हाथ से जहाँ गिरेगा वही तुम्हारा राज होगा। तो यहाँ से 600 मीटर बॉर्डर के तरफ उनके हाथ से वे खंजर गिरे तो ये राजा शक्र सिंह का होगा। तो वे घना-घोर जंगल को साफ करते हुए उनको सबसे पहले पोखरी मिला। पोखरी में चारू दह जैसे था। तो चारू महार में सर्प का बसेरा था। यहाँ जंगल से हाथी सिंह सब पानी पीने के लिए आता था। तो उसी साफ करने क्रम में ये माता अभी जहाँ हैं वहीं सिंहासन में विराजमान माता उनको मिले। फिर आकाशवाणी हुआ, देखो राजकुमार, जो प्रतिमा तुम पाए हो वे उसको विधिवत सेवा करो। सिद्ध पीठ एवं महाशक्ति पीठ है, इससे इसका कृपा से तुम्हारा नाम जय जयकार हो जाएगा। तो इसीलिए इस जगह का नाम सक्रा, ये माता का नाम सक्रेश्वरी हुआ। अब ये सखड़ा माता का आदेशानुसार 2073 आषाढ़ 30 गते 10:37 में यहाँ से रथ का प्रस्थान हुआ। में नेपाल और बिहार में प्रथम बार लक्ष्य चंडी रुद्र महायज्ञ हो रहा है। इस विश्व को शांति कराना है, यही माता का आदेश है। हम जन जन में इसको साझेदारी कर रहे हैं। हिमाल पहाड़ तराई हमारा मित्र भारत का बिहार सारा भक्त को बुलाकर आपस में सारा मिलेंगे। ये हमारे पास में निश्चर जो बास है उसको निकालकर इस आहुति में डालेंगे। हम सारा प्राणी खुश होकर नेपाल माता में रम जाएंगे, हम लोग कल्याण हो जाएंगे।
There is a verse called Slok inscribed in large bell of the temple that was donated by famous astrologer called Yadunandan Mishra of Tlathi Village Development Committee in 1984, that is as follows. चिला सप्तरी प्रगन्ना पकड़ी मौजे तिलाठी पंडित जी यदुनंद मिश्रा तस्य आर्य जगदम्बा सखरेश्वरी भगवती महिख मर्दनी श्री याकृत याम घंटम समर्पण भैरवी चमरलता महिख मर्दनी प्रदक काली जगदम्बा सरस्वती रक्षन्तु सर्वकलेषु प्रवर्थिता यदुनंदा. There is a rectangular shaped pond that is around 500 square feet. According to the legend, a fish wearing nasal ornament could be seen there in old days. Businessmen and travelers used to stay nearby the pond at night. They used to pray to goddess for pots and utensils to cook their meal. These pots and utensils used to come by floating in water. After cooking and having meal, they used to return it to pond after cleaning them. Nowadays, there is a lotus pillar in the pond that has decorated its beauty. Snan ghats, that is concrete-based place to take bath all around the pond, including beautiful garden, can be seen there. In temple premises, there is Snan Ghat, the Mahavidya Mandir picnic spot.
विश्वखड़ा भगवती इस शक्ति पीठ शमसे सखरेश्वरी अनुद्र छन्नमस्तिका भगवती शमसे सखरेश्वरी, but that is the great place of Hindu religion, and we find that if the social organization, political leaders, their local people, if they go alert in further, we get great achievement, not only for Sakhreshwari, we would get whole Saptari district, they are going to get benefit. On the way to Sakhra Bhagavati, there is also Bageshwari, one can visit there. Nowadays, there is very concrete path.
It is said that once drought took place, but the water of the pond didn't go dry. Thousands of male goats are sacrificed here and blood goes to the pond, but there is purity. Even a single fly can't be found on the blood spot, worshipping for the Sakhreshwari gods in Tantric system. In the beginning, other ways of praying took places that resulted ill fate, so the people were called from Kamakhya and Tantric system of praying is continued. The wide area of temple premises consists of a Vishnu temple, Shiv temple, Hanuman statue, Ganesh temple, a wide pond and house for performing puja and yagyas. The devotees clean themselves in the pond before they enter the temple. The water from the pond is offered to the goddess and other gods. The goddess is believed to grant the wishes of her devotees and those who have their prayers and fulfill desire. People come to sacrifice male gods and pray to the goddess with offerings.
ओम खड़गं चक्रगदे कुचापरिणाम शूलं भुसिंहिंसिरं सर्वांग भूखावृतं नीलास्मदीप्तमास्पादस्कां श्रीभागारिगं
People come to sacrifice male gods and pray to the goddess with offerings. Especially in the Sai festival, Shaktipit is decorated well, and large gathering can be found. During the last 3 days of Navratra, the temple witnesses the massive sacrifice of male gods. King Prithvinarayan Shah had offered a mukut called crown of silver after worshipping goddess. King Gyanendra, Dr. Ram Baron Yadav, the first president of Republic of Nepal, visited the place respectively in BS 2062 and BS 2066. In BS 2067, Nepal's first Guru Sri Balasandatta Mohan Sarandevacharya on 9th Assos proclaimed Sakreswari as Shaktipit, and Mahakant Thakur got the position of Pithadhish.
इस शक्तिपीठ नेपाल भारत लगायत अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर में चर्चित रहल अछि। एकर महिमा एकर गौरव गाथा अति चर्चित अछि। ई शक्तिपीठ में पूजा आजा के लेल, कुबला करे के लेल, दर्शन करे के लेल बहुत दूर दूर से लोग सब अबैत छथि। ई शक्ति स्थल के महिमा जे गुणगान छै वर्तमान अवस्था में व्यापक रूप में बढ़ि रहल छै। हमरा बुझाइए जे नेपाले में सबसे बड़का एखन धरि के धार्मिक अनुष्ठान यह हेतै। लक्ष्य चंडी महायज्ञ के आयोजन सेहो होमे जा रहल छै, नेपाल में एखन धरि भेलो न छै। आ ई स्थल के यदि संरक्षण संवर्धन कैल जाए तो सप्तरी जिला के काया पलट भ सकै छै।
People believe that goddess live with a virgin, that is Kumari Kanya, so there is system of offering meal to them in complex of the temple. Women from distant and remote places come to visit the place in evening for evening prayers and offering candle or dip to the goddess to get peace, prosperity and happiness in life. People also come with their new vehicles after purchasing it and pray to the goddess for blessing. Mundan Sanskar, that is a ritual sacred ceremony of cutting hair of the child, is found very common in temple premises. In fact, Chinnamasta Bhagavati refers to goddess whose head is severed, as most of the people believe. Kankalni Bhagavati temple is located in Vardhawan, Saptari district. The temple is one of the famous temples in Nepal that is on the side of Mahendra Highway, about 15 km right towards northeast from Rajviraj, or 5 km west of Koshi Barrage. There is legend behind it. Once, a person called Udayananda Pandit from Bairwa got a dream. According to him, goddess said that she is under the soil near a peepal tree, and she wanted to be established in a temple. According to legend, people found her statue after digging the place.
Kankalni Bhagavati is located in Bhardha, and I think everybody is very known of Bhardha. Now this is the famous place of our great singer Udit Narayan Jha, and he has gone like a star because of the bliss of her, that goddess we find Kankalni there. Very near there is Kosi Barrage, and it is also the tourist place. The historical bridge attract a lot of Indian tourists, and not only Indian, lots of people they visit Kosi barrage and they find this surprisable bridge. They have been attracted by it. We expect that if Kankalni Bhagwati and its premises is going to develop in modern complex, lots of tourists they will get blessed from them. Not only that, we find that this area can be a good tourism place as its history and the religion.
It was a stone statue carved beautifully with the image of goddess Durga. In their very place, this temple is said to have been built in those days while Udayananda was constructing the temple. 10 bighas land was provided to the temple through Vamshan Thapa by the order of contemporary king on the name of daily worshipping routine.
ये मंदिर जो आप भव्य मंदिर देख रहे हैं, यहाँ ये सारे भक्तजनों का ही देन है, ग्रामवासियों का लगन और संपूर्ण जो यहाँ आते हैं सबका सकारात्मक सोच के कारण आज ये करोड़ों का मंदिर आप लोगों के सामने है। और ये मंदिर के जो आसपास देख रहे हैं, यहाँ पर व्यवस्थापन थोड़ा आर्थिक कमी के कारण से थोड़ा कमज़ोर है, फिर भी हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ आप लोगों का सहयोग अगर निरंतर मिलता रहेगा तो ये मंदिर दिन प्रतिदिन ऊपर जाएगा और भक्तजनों के लिए भी ये मंदिर काम करने के लिए आगे बढ़ रही है। मंदिर का विधान, मंदिर का जो नियम कानून है उसमें सामाजिक स्थिति को बढ़ावा देने के लिए भी हम लोग ने प्रावधान रखा है। और ये मंदिर आपका है, आप लोग यहाँ पर आइए और इस मंदिर को जितने भी आप लोग सहयोग करेंगे उससे सब भक्तजनों के लिए हम सेवा सुविधा से लेकर के भौतिक संरचना तक यहाँ पर हम लोग आप लोगों का सेवा हम लोग कर सकते हैं।
The temple was affected by the flood of those days and the statue was shifted in 1972. It was established in the present temple by late Lalit Narayan Misra, the contemporary Rail Minister of India. It is said that he was saved in a plane crash and he built this temple after that. After achieving his wishes, the temple was built in big shape. After getting damaged, the temple was built again via the help of local devotee and respectable people of the local area, including the famous playback singer Udit Narayan Jha. In 2059 years, the stone statue was established. The glory and beauty of the temple nowadays attracts all the passersby and tourists who go through the Mahendra Highway. The glory and beauty of the temple nowadays attracts all the passersby and tourists who go through the Mahendra Highway. People bow their head and pay their homage and respect with great devotion in their ride who can't reach the temple while passing along the road.
Kankalini temple is also a site of tourist attraction. There, the rare idol installed at this temple located at Bharda is believed to be the contemporary of the idol of Dakshin Kali temple of the Kathmandu Valley. The two idols resemble each other as regards the stone based and sculpture. A large number of goats and buffaloes are sacrificed on the auspicious occasion of Mahanambi at this temple. The deity is believed fulfill the wishes and ambition of devotees.
There is the stone statue of the goddess that is about 3 feet high, carved beautifully like most of the other Shakti Pithas in Nepal. The stone statue of the temple shows the goddess has killed the demon and chewing the intestine of the demon. Nearby the statue of goddess, there is image of demon and its entrails. According to archaeologists, the stone statue is contemporary to Dakshin Kali of Kathmandu. It's believed that when a devotee worships with great devotion and true heart in temple, their wishes come true. That is getting children, opportunity for the job, winning and victory, normalization of disaster and misfortune in life. Thousands of people from many parts of the country and from India come to this temple to worship the avatar of goddess Durga, known popularly as goddess of Kankalini. of a pigeon caught buffalo by sacrificing them. Offering sweet is very common and ornaments are offered too. During the festival of Thursday, the temple witnessed more than millions of people, especially on the day of Navami, that is 9th day of Thursday. More than thousands goats are offered daily, but buffalo sacrifices are made only in the 9th day of Thursday festival.
सप्तरी जिला के लेल एकटा महत्वपूर्ण तीर्थ स्थल पावन स्थल मध्य के ई एकटा स्थल छियै। एहिठाम अहाँके अपार श्रद्धा के साथ अपार जनविश्वास के साथ लोग आबै छै। एहि मंदिर में माता कंकालिनी के पूजा आजा केला के बाद ओहिठाम कोबला केला के बाद मनोकांक्षा पूर्ण होइ छै।
The temple is situated in a large area that has a beautiful garden and a small temple of Lord Ganesh. Kositap Wild Reserve is to the north of the temple. It is also viewed as a tourist destination because of the presence of wildlife reserve and the largest river, along with the traditional culture of Mithila in nearby villages. The famous playback singer Udit Narayan Jha belongs to the place and he was a true devotee of the goddess. He comes here on Navami of every Dasai. There is a pond nearby the temple where one can enjoy the sight of varieties of birds. Rajdevi Temple is a famous temple and Shakti Peeth for Hindu communities in eastern Nepal. The temple is located in the Rajdevi Toll, Ward number 9 of Rajbiraj Municipality, Saptari. The temple has got great historical, cultural and religious significance in local and neighboring areas. The statue of deity Rajdevi was found 1000 years ago and have been kept in the same place.
The Saptari has some such sites of archaeological and historical importance which attracts to tourists and have the potential to attract tourists in larger and larger number. Rajdevi Temple, located at Rajbiraj, is one such site. Rajbiraj town, the headquarters of Saptari district, has actually been named after goddess Rajdevi, the presiding deity of this temple. At Rajdevi Temple,
and places to live. There was a pond of 7 vigas, that is 11,349 square meter in front of the temple in old days. That is now a place of cultivation and places to live. A person called Fatu has written a poem on it 100 years ago saying,
Yes, lots of people who come Raj Biraj. This is the oldest temple, and even we find that the temple has been developed in a new modern building, and that looks very beautiful. Rajdevi temple, we get that can be also a good religious place for Raj Biraj. Even in this town we find whatever the location of Rajdevi temple is, and if we go inside the temple, we get it is down the surface level. That is also great, that generally we do not find in any temple.
पूर्व तड़ग महा एक सुंदर पश्चिम धार बही ध्वनि में मंदिर को कवि के वर्णन, जहाँ माछ माखन दे चुमके राज बिराज तेरो दिग में फाटू आ गई महिमा सुनके. It says that I came to you by listening your blessing and beauty. There were tall old trees in front of the temple under Rajapur Mauze. In verse 2053, several stones were found when it was dug on the name of reconstruction. Tharu family from Pararia village takes care of the temple with worshipping the goddess. It's believed that one can fulfill her prosperous desire after visiting the place. On a new day, that is 1st Vaishak, Dhamins, also called old and traditional native doctor, worship at the place, and there is a great fair. This local fair is called Sirwa Mela. Large crowd of visitors, gathering of people is found in Tase. Sacrifices of gods are very common every day, where large number of it takes place during Tase festival. Wedding ceremony and other rituals very often take place in Rajdevi premises. The Swambhunath temple is located in Swambhunath municipality at Saptari district, that is 11 km far from Rajbiraz, and it is beside the Mahendra highway. The municipality has got its name on it. There is the most sacred abode of Lord Shiva. The temple was established after earthquake of PS 1990. Mr. Butsman Goyle of Kachandaha Village Development Committee started the construction work, and it was completed by Dashan Shah from the same village. The temple is built in pagoda style, and there are pradakshina marks in all sides. There is a pond in front of the temple of 3 bighas, that is 4,864 square meter. Probably there is the largest shivling of Nepal, built in a shape of a pillar having octangular form. It is 5 feet and 5 inches tall.
Shemana temple we find on the Mahendra highway. It is a great temple that we get in Saptari district. If the social club, youth organizations, youth club, they participate and they welcome for the development of this municipality, the whole thing that depends upon the base point of the development of Shambhunath temple. It can be a good tourism place, especially for the religious view. Lots of people who go through the Mahendra highway, they are surprised after looking such a beautiful temple.
The temple is located in between Katona and Rupani Bazar. People say it is increasing in shape day by day. it could be pillar of some royal palace. It was found near Kharo River in old days. According to Professor Das, it was carried on an oxen cart. It was found near Kharo River in old days. According to Professor Das, it was carried on an oxen cart to Swambhunath. The temple was built in 16th century, although the shivling is very old.
एहि मंदिर में जे स्थापित लिंग छै जेकरा शंभुनाथ बाबा कह के कहै छी तऽ इहो बढ़ै छै से कह के जन विश्वास रहती आयल छै। खास करके नया वर्ष के समय में अर्थात सिरुआ के समय में मेला लागे छै, जे कि 1 महीना से लके 1.5 महीना धरि मेला लागे छै। एहि स्थल में शंभुनाथ नगर पालिका के विकास में सेहो एकटा महत्वपूर्ण योगदान पहुँचते, जे कारण जे पूर्व पश्चिम लोक मार्ग संगे जुड़ल छै, सहज यातायात सेहो भ सकै छै। तै खातिर एहि स्थल के संरक्षण संवर्धन भेनाइ अति आवश्यक छै।
There are beautiful carved stones. One is in vortex shape and others are carved with gods and goddesses. There is a trace of curry in western side of temple. People say that there were the statues of tigers, elephants and horses, indicating its linkage with a royal palace in certain season.
Shambhunath temple located at Shambhunath also attracts a large number of worshippers, especially during a month-long fair in Baisakh every year. A pillar of Chandrabhoga Palace of King Chandraketu, a ruler of Sen dynasty, brought by the swirling waters of Kharo River, is found to have been installed and worshipped as sibling at this temple.
People believe that one can be cured from different skin diseases after vakal, that is, making some promises near God. After being cured, one offers a lot of brinjals and jam covering to the god made by Mali community.
रोजकाल की शिवलिंग है, बहुत पुराना शिवलिंग है। शिवलिंग चंद्रभोगा जंगल से लावल गेल है, ओहिठाम स्थापना भेल है और भक्तजन सब इनका पूजा पाठ करते हैं। वर्ष अंतर्गत नया वर्ष जब बैसाख 1 गते से ज्येष्ठ 15 गते तक मेला लागत है, ओहिमे भक्तजन सब आबैत है। और श्रावण मास में जति भी शिव के व्रत है बाबा शंभुनाथ के मंदिर में भक्तजन सब आबै छै और जल अर्पण करैत अछि और मनोकामना सिद्ध करैत, सर्व पाप नष्ट करैत, धन्य धान्य लोक प्राप्ति करैत अछि।
The largest fair takes place here for nearly a month and a half in Baishakh. A lot of people gather here on the days of Ananta Chaturdasi, Mahashivratri, Ekadasi, Mondays of Shravan month. Nowadays there are temples of Parvati, Hanuman, Peniram, Sasya Maharaja, Ganinath and Ram Janki. There is also Vivah Mandap and Basaha called an ox in front of it that attracts tourists and visitors. Sirwa Fair is very popular in the area. There is great chance of attracting tourists if the pond in front of it is maintained. A shrine called Dharmashala is well managed. One must construct and manage the place for its further development as a tourist center. The temple of Dinabhadri is situated in Kataya village development 4 Saptari. It is located about 7 km north and west from Rajbiraj between Kataya and Fatehpur villages. About 50 years before, there was a forest round the temple, but now there is no sign of forest. In absence of protection, even the temple is turning into ruins. Although there has been a high craze for Dinabhadri among socially and economically backward classes, especially for Muchahar community.
अकरा बाबा के नेपाल से इंडिया से पुजेगी सब आवे छी एकटा दुईटा चारिटा सब दिन पाँचटा अवस्था ई छे जे कोई जे मांग करी छे बाबा के मांग तकरा पूरा कर दी छे बा दिना राम भाजी दुआ मिल के.
In the past, people used to worship two lumps of soil as two brothers, Dinabhadri, and now in that place there are two statues made of cement. The temple was built with the aid given by village panchayat. Though the place is important with its cultural perspective, it has been neglected due to remoteness.
के विषय में जतेक लिख गेलौं अब इससे ज्यादा की लिखब.
There is a beautiful pond by the side of the temple. It is said that with the urine of Budini Dhamiyan, a river named Mutni was originated, and still today the river is flowing 2 kilometers north of the temple. It's also heard from local inhabitants that earlier the tiger's roar was heard from the place where now the temple is. The weekly local haat, a place where one can sell and buy things, run every Tuesday and Saturday. People from different communities of Nepal and India come to worship them, although they are taken as the god of Musahar community. The two brothers Tina and Bhadri were born in Jogia Janjar village of Saptari district. Their father's name was Kalu Shada and mother's name was Nirashu. It was a time where feudalism was in practice and the atrocities favoritism was done by landlords to weaker section of the community. It was a very normal practice of the day.
Dinabhadri is very popular among the people who are poor, downtrodden and victims of atrocities by the rich ones. Actually, they are treated now as a god. They were two brothers and they always fought for the cows and raised voice for the poor and downtrodden people.
The two brothers were deadly against feudalism right from their childhood and strongly stood against any sort of exploitations by the zamindars, also called landlords. They encouraged the Mushahar community to go against the exploitations and also working for wages only. They protected people from any sort of atrocities and always fought for the rights of the weaker section of the communities. Dina and Vadri were married with Hansha and Sancha, the daughters of Fekansada of Varaha village in Saptari. The zamindar of their village Kanakshing used to make the weaker sections work for him without any payment or compensation forcefully. It said the two brothers went against him, opposed the system and beat the zamindar badly. It is also said that there was one Rajput named Zorawar Singh in Kunauli Bazar, Bihar, India, who was known for his exploitation, atrocities, and also he was a rapist. Even newly married women in that area had to spend their first night with him. Once the two brothers went in Toli, a local-made box-type carrier for newly married bride carried by 4 people on their shoulders to Kanak Singh and killed him in wrestling according to stories by people. After that, the people of that area got a sigh of relief.
आमतौर पर जहिना के राजा जी के थान में जे दीवार थान में जे पूजा जे तरह कैल जाय छै, जेना के अखाड़ में अखाड़ी पूजा कैल जाय छै, वही तरह पूजा से हो कटैया गाविस में अवस्थित दीनाभद्री स्थान में कैल जाय छै। एहि स्थल के सेहो संरक्षण के लेल प्रयास नहीं देखल जा रहल छै। एक त मुसहर समुदाय के ई दुनू भैयारी छलैया दीना आ भद्री, शोषक सामंत विरुद्ध के लड़ाई जे छै लड़ने छलै। एकर वीरता, एकर पुरुषार्थ आ एकटा जे मुक्ति प्रति के जे अटूट आस्था, जे दृढ़ विश्वास जे हिनका सब में देखल गेल छै, ई अतुलनीय छै। आमतौर पर जहिना के राजा जी के थान में जे दीवार थान में जे पूजा जे तरह कैल जाय छै, जेना के अखाड़ में अखाड़ी पूजा कैल जाय छै, वही तरह पूजा से हो कटैया गाविस में अवस्थित दीनाभद्री स्थान में कैल जाय छै। एहि स्थल के सेहो संरक्षण के लेल प्रयास नहीं देखल जा रहल छै। एक त मुसहर समुदाय के ई दुनू भैयारी छलैया दीना आ भद्री, शोषक सामंत विरुद्ध के लड़ाई जे छै लड़ने छलै। एकर वीरता, एकर पुरुषार्थ आ एकटा जे मुक्ति प्रति के जे अटूट आस्था, जे दृढ़ विश्वास जे हिनका सब में देखल गेल छै, ई अतुलनीय छै।
With their activities, they became very popular among poor, downtrodden and weaker sections in the society. And later, after their death, people started them worshipping as their god due to their contribution in the society and also for their heroic deeds. This place has high prospects to develop into a popular tourist center. Although attempts have been done at local level from time to time, but that has not been enough. It needs full government assistance but has been neglected. Professor Harikant Lal Das, a historian, has done a research on the place and Tina Vadri. According to his research, he was a fighter against all kinds of atrocities on weaker sections. That is why he is worshipped as god in Musahar community of Saptari, Sirha, Sunsari, Morang and Jhapa districts in Nepal and also in the northern Bihar. There is a very famous story about their death. Once, the two brothers went to a forest for hunting with their maternal uncle Bahram. In the jungle, they saw a special kind of jungle pig in front of them and they killed it with an arrow. But King Salhesh revived the pig which killed the brothers. Their religious rituals were done in their village according to the legends. The place where the dead bodies were kept, called Rakhauti, and where cremation, that is burnt to ashes, was done is known as Jaroti. All these places are within 2 kilometers distance. They will always be remembered as the heroes who fought for the weakest and against exploiters. The port of Manraza lies in Village Development Manraza, Ward number 7, which is about 16 kilometers west of the headquarters of Saptari district, Rajbiraj. It is said it is the largest mold of the district, which covers the area of about 10 kathas. It is about 10 to 15 feet high, and the pieces of a number of old and broken pots as well as ancient bricks are found here. A historical pot lies to 10 meters south of the fort, covering the area of about 2 bighas. There is a 10-feet broad ancient well near this pond called Sugapokhari. Although the well was constructed by the drinking water project, but it is not in use. There lies a roofless old temple under an old tamarind tree.
राजा मानसिंह देव जे रहे रानी इसरावती के जेठ लड़का हुनका लेके जे छे से चले सप्तरी में आ सप्तरी में मान राजा में ही जे छे से निश्चय रूपे एहि द्वारा जे मानसिंह देव ईश्वर नाम हुनकर रहे और अपना नाम पर वो मान राजा जे छे से राखलखिन। एठाम जे समय में राजा मानसिंह रहे त ई बाजार हुनके सबके पूर्व काल से ही जे छे से हमरे वंशावली के आधार से ई बाजार सब बसल रहे। एठाम मान राजा हाट भयंकर लगे छले, बरसाइन ओइ समय में नहीं रही बाजार, ओइ समय में मूल बाजार अपने के मान राजा ही रहे।
Having no entrance gate from the west, a 5-feet wall stands to the both sides of the temple, and there lie idols made of broken black stone near the root of the tamarind tree. The local inhabitants worship it with the name of Raja Zithan, the place of the king. Though the historian of Saptari district, Professor Harikant Lal Das, is in opinion that the idol is of Lakshmi Narayan, worshipped as Rajaji. Idol inside the temple is in broken condition. It is said that it may have been broken during the attack of Muslims. There is similarity between the idols in the temple of Rajdevi in Rajbiraj and in the Manrazagari fort. The team from the Department of Archaeology, Kathmandu, concludes that the temple may be debris or ruins of another temple because of the rectangular bricks inside the temple.
सप्तरी जिला के ऐतिहासिक स्थल छी मानराजा गढ़ी, जे कि सप्तरी जिला में देखल गेल ऐतिहासिक गढ़ी सब मध्य के अति प्राचीन गढ़ी छी। त एखन मानराजा गढ़ी में जे मूर्ति सब छै टूट फूट भेल अवस्था में छै। मूर्ति सब के जे अवस्था देखल जाए तो स्थानीय बासिंदा सब ओकरा संरक्षण करे के प्रयास कर रहल छै, मुदा जै तरह राज्य के ध्यान आकर्षण होबा के चाहिए, राज्य के ध्यान एखनो नहीं केंद्रित भ रहल छै एकटा ऐतिहासिक स्थल दिस, एहि दिस संबंधित निकाय के ध्यान आकर्षण भेनाइ आवश्यक छै।
A large number of broken pieces of earthen bricks, lamp, also called deep, are still found in the area of Manrazagari. In the legendary stories of Shalhesh, famous personality in Sirha and Saptari districts, Tariganagar is talked about. In Simrongarh, ruled in Manrajagari for many years. In another context, King Man Singh Dev, the elder son of the king Hari Singh Dev of Simrankad, ruled in Manrajagari for many years. He established the idols of Garlaxmi Narayan, the main god of Ishara dynasty.
Manrajagari is so ancient that it carries a lot of old tradition, and so many unfolded facts can be exposed if we preserve it, and if we try to find something inside the ground, what are there, we can find the customs, the different religious activities and different unfolded things after preserving these this kind of malls. Actually, local people have preserved these malls, these gadis, but the government has not paid so much attention to it. So it is the duty of the concerned department of the government to preserve these things and to improve the place as a tourism center.
It is said that Manrajagari was named after King Mansingh, so there is no doubt that this gari is historical and ancient. There is a legend in this area that Sattaram Podar of Manraja stole the idol of Lakshmi Narayan and took it to Nirmali in Bihar, but later he died in a bomb explosion and his colleague became ill. So the idol was again returned back to Manraja. The temple of Durga Saraswati, Hanuman have been built in Manraja. Drums and bands with the materials of puja starting from the house of Chandrakant Chaudhary, who is said belonging to Isara dynasty, reach Manraja on Vaisakh 1st every year. And then a big Kadi fair is held from Vaisakh 2nd. Besides, fairs are observed here on the occasion of Ekadasi, Sivratri, Chaturdasi, Ramnavami, etc. Wherever a bad omen is realized in this area, religious rituals are observed here. Laddus, peda, pudding, etc. are offered in this temple. People believe that all the wishes are fulfilled here. After those wishes are met, people offer goats, pigeon, etc. People offer brinjal here if a special skin disease Ella is cured. This curry can be the center of internal and external tourism, but because of the lack of easy and safe transport facilities, the place has not been developed. The government and local people should pay attention to it. The Chandra Canal, which is the oldest canal in Nepal, is situated in Saptakoshi municipality, Fatehpur Saptari. The construction work of historical and touristic Chandra water channel was started by the Rana Prime Minister Chandra Shamsher in 1980 BS. The construction work was completed in 1984 BS. The canal was taken out from the Trioga river, with diversion in order to irrigate in the fields of eastern and mid part of Saptari district.
ई नहर के एखुन का वर्तमान अवस्था जीर्ण भ गेल छै। जते कमांड एरिया में खेती होना चाहिए अर्थात सिंचाई पहुँचना चाहिए, एहि नहर के पानी पहुँचना चाहिए, नहीं पहुँच रहा है। एकर संरक्षण संवर्धन नहीं भ सकले। एकरा अनुमान करी हम सब जे चंद्र नहर चंद्र शमशेर के निर्देशन में ई बनायल गेल रहे। वही समय में एकरा सिंचित क्षेत्र बनेबा के लेल सप्तरी के लेल एकटा वही समय में पैघ प्रयास कयल गेल रहे। मुदा ओ प्रयास जे छै एखन वर्तमान में आबि के ततेक सफलीभूत नहीं भ रहल छै। एहि दिस संरक्षण संवर्धन भेनाइ सेहो आवश्यक छै। और एकटा बात, एकटा पर्यटकीय स्थल के रूप में सेहो चंद्र नहर के लेल जा सकै छै।
This water canal is called Chandra Water Canal because it was built by Chandra Shamsher. 4 branch canals and 33 outlets out of the canal were built in order to irrigate around 10,500 hectare fields of 29 village development committee in Saptari.
चंद्र नहर सिंचाई प्रणाली नेपाल सरकार द्वारा बनाया गया सबसे पुराना सिंचाई का सिस्टम है। इसे तत्कालीन प्रधानमंत्री चंद्र शमशेर जवड़ा के समय में ब्रिटिश इंजीनियरों के सहयोग से ईस्वी संवत 1923 में शुरू करके 1927 में समाप्त किया गया था। तब से इससे सिंचाई सुविधा उपलब्ध हो रहा है और इसका आज का स्थिति बहुत ही जीर्ण अवस्था में है और विगत साल से इसमें बृहद सरकारी सिंचाई आयोजना के अंतर्गत काम शुरू किया गया है। गत आर्थिक वर्ष में हम लोगों ने इसके हेडवर्क्स के मरम्मत के लिए एक पैकेज के थ्रू निर्माण कॉन्ट्रैक्टर का हम लोग ने नियुक्ति किया है जो 4 करोड़ का पैकेज है। और उसके बाद उस चंद्र नहर के 0 हेडवर्क से लेके 14 किलोमीटर तक के लिए भी हम लोगों ने एक कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को नियुक्त किया है जो हम लोग एग्रीमेंट कर चुके हैं 5 करोड़ 11 लाख में, जो अब आने इस आर्थिक वर्ष में ये काम शुरू किया जाएगा। और अभी इस नहर का संचालन कोसी पंप चंद्र नहर सिंचाई व्यवस्थापन डिवीजन सप्तरी और चंद्र नहर जल उपभोक्ता संस्था दोनों के सहयोग से आज ये चंद्र नहर में सिंचाई सुविधा किसानों को पुराया जा रहा है। और आज का स्थिति जिस तरह नेपाल का सबसे पुराना सिंचाई प्रणाली होते हुए भी इस नहर में जो अब तक बजट विनियोजित किया गया है वो बहुत ही न्यून था और अब बृहद सरकारी सिंचाई पुनर्स्थापन के अंतर्गत इसके लिए 1,57 करोड़ का डिटेल प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट सिंचाई विभाग द्वारा अप्रूव हो चुका है और इसी पे अब इसका काम आगे की ओर बढ़ रहा है।
Its length is 24 km and the flow rate of water in the canal is 14.156 cubic meters per second. Due to the badly damaged and bursting barriers in different places of the canal, it can only irrigate in 5,000 hectare fields. It is also listed in Historical Heritage List. Canal is extended 5.37 km in order to utilize 50 cusecs water. The area of Chandra Canal Head Dam is regularly visited by tourists. Many people come for picnic on the auspicious occasion of 1st January from Saptari. Many people come for picnic on the auspicious occasion of 1st January from Saptari, Sunsari, Morang, Sirha and different places of Bihar of India.
Rana Prime Minister Chandra Shamsher called Chandra Canal has its headworks at Fatehpur, which is a place of tourist attraction and a picnic spot. This is the first canal constructed in the country as the largest proportion of the land revenue accused from Saptari. The choice for building a canal held on his district in the hope that will increase in agriculture production and productivity, still more land revenue will accused. These are the some important places of historical sites and touristic spots. There are several other places in Saptari which is very important to the tourists of the world.
The picnic spots in Chandra Canal Head Dam have been building with the fund of Ministry of Tourism. The attractive scenery and historical construction lure all people who visit the Chandra Canal Head Dam. If it is managed very well, it will prove a milestone in tourism of Fatehpur Saptari.
हम जब सिंचाई मंत्री रही तो ऐ के उद्देश्य से पौड़ा और सुंदरी नदी के पानी का चंद्रनहर में आने के लेल से एक योजना आन्न छी एठिन के संदर्भ में कही छी संगै 17 में बैरेज निर्माण करे के दृष्टिकोण से सुनसरी मोरंग सिंचाई आयोजना अंतर्गत जे पहले P2 में रहे नेपाल सरकार के अखन ओकरा प्राथमिकता 1 में आइन का 17 में बैरेज निर्माण करे के लेल सेहो बजट ओकर अध्ययन प्रक्रिया का गाड़ी बढ़ावे के लेल सेहो बजट विनियोजन भेल है और सामान्यतया आका कोशी पूरब के संदर्भ में ओकर एक स्टडी भए चुकल है और कोशी पश्चिम के स्टडी ई चालू आर्थिक वर्ष में है। एकर दूरगामी समाधान हमरा नजर में यह लग रहा है चंद्रनहर के संदर्भ में और चंद्रनहर का आवश्यकता अनुसार एक छुट्टै एक योजना बनाकर एक आगाड़ी बढ़ाने जरूरी है। नेपाल के ई पहिलुक सिंचाई प्रणाली भेला के कारणे एकर महत्व दूरगामी रूप में है। तै लैक हम जब सिंचाई मंत्री रही तो सिंचाई विभाग सिंचाई मंत्रालय में हमें यहाँ जब जब तो चंद्रे नहर के संरचना के फोटो पहले देखब।
Jute Pani is also a suitable place for picnic in this area, where many people come for picnic. The temple of Goddess Durga Bhagavati in Saptakoshi municipality Fatehpur 1 is on a barrier of Chandra Canal, which faces to the east. People worship and sacrifice goat and pigeon at Chaitra Dasai and Bada Dasai as well. The temple of Raktamala Devi has not been built yet, which is also at Khoriatol in Saptakoshi municipality ward number 1.
Namaste. First of all, we want to express our views, everybody, that we had to suffer a lot of problems during making the documentary of the historical religious place and the places which having important in tourism in its Saptari districts. We had suffered hunger, thirst, storm, rainfall, mud, sunshine, etc. In the time of making the documentary of the places such as Chinnamasta Goddess Shaktipeeth, Kankalini Goddess, Rajdevi Goddess, Samunath Temple, Dinabhadri Place, Man Raja Gadi, Koshi Tapu Wildlife Reserves, and the Chandra Canal etc. We heartily expect suggestions from all the sensible and considerable audience and viewers about all our day to night by doing labor and the attempt in making this documentary by the different FM stations and in the related sport as well. We want to inform that 25% amount of profit earned by marketing this documentary will be spent on helping the orphans, disabled, helpless, sufferers and poor children, as well as for those organizations which work for the life, safety, education, skill, self-employment, health and personality development of the elderly and mentally disabled. We internally appeal everybody for the helping us in our Save the Human and Humanity campaign. we want to express our special obligations from the care of our heart to all the individual and organization for direct or indirect cooperation and mutual understanding.